Welcome to a YouTube channel named as Cat to I'm by Manoj Mahajan. The first thing you should look forward to do is kindly subscribe to the channel if not done yet. Make sure that you watch the video till the end so that you get to know the best preparation and the exam strategy. So now let's look at NMAT 2024 preparation strategy. The first thing you should look forward to focus is the DI portion where you can look forward to practice on tables, line graph, bar graph, pie chart, and they primarily test you on the calculation part. So make sure that you know the DI basics on the calculation, and no need to calculate the exact answer. The approximate answer would also work and you can get the right one so that you can save time. And even you can use the unit digit concept rather than solving complete calculation so that you can look forward to eliminate the choices and get to the right one. So this is going to definitely save the time. Secondly, you have to focus on the logical reasoning where they test you on the linear circular arrangement, coding, decoding, input, output, heavily tested in the NMAT. Then you have blood relation, series, direction, set theory based diagram questions, cubes, critical reasoning, very important. So focus on this area. Then you have statement, argument, statement conclusion, course of action, statement assumption, statement inference, syllogism. All this you can practice from the NMAT official guide. So do join the CAT2IM information group so that you can receive the NMAT official guide. Then you have to definitely focus on the data sufficiency. It would be new for some of the students. So have an idea what kind of questions are tested in the data sufficiency. You have to focus on the quant where arithmetic would be tested based on percentage, SICI, profit loss count, ratio, allegation, time, speed, distance, time and work. Numbers they test you on HCF, LCM, unit digit factors. Modern maths would be tested where they would focus on permutation combination, probability for sure. So have a look of the probability concept if not done till now. Algebra, they would look forward on linear equation, quadratic equation, logarithm, AP, GP. Geometry is not tested in the NMAT. Now, when you come to the English portion, you have to focus on reading comprehension, parajumble, error spotting, idioms and phrases, fill in the blanks where they focus on preposition, common confusables, vocabulary, synonym and antonym, analogy, grammar for sure. So you'll find out tenses, phrasal verbs, identify parts of figure of speech, sentence correction, preposition. So three areas which I feel from the NMAT and the SNAP perspective, which everyone should focus in these days. One is grammar heavily, critical reasoning, and vocabulary. Also, apart from this, you should look forward to solve some NMAT mocks so that you have a fair idea about the NMAT pattern and you can build your speed also. And of course, everyone should look forward to write the free official NMAT mock, that is one available, and two paid ones. So this is also suggested because you can expect one or two direct questions from here, and even you get to know the exact kind of questions which are going to be tested in the NMAT. So suggested is at least 8 mocks before you go and write the actual NMAT. And in these eight, of course, one free and two paid ones are included. So this is the focus part over here. Now the few resources you can look forward to follow. One is the NMAT official guide. Of course, past NMAT papers. Already talked about one free official NMAT mock, two paid official NMAT mocks. This definitely everyone should look forward. Now for the vocabulary, you can focus on the Barron's GRE word list or the word power made easy. For grammar, you can look forward to the Ren Martin book, but you need to be a bit selective. And of course, CAT2IM OMETs booster course sessions, PDFs you can look forward to go through. So if you want these resources, you can join the CAT2IM Telegram information group. So do join and you can have a access to these resources. Now, when you look at the NMIMS 2023 cutoff, the most sought after is the MBA Mumbai campus, where the cutoffs in the section were logical reasoning 71, language skills 76, quantitative skills 71. So in the quantitative skills only you get the data sufficiency and the DI also. So 234 was the overall cutoff. So you can have a look of the other courses cutoff and the other campus also out here, but the most sought after is the NMIMS Mumbai campus. Now we have to understand first the exam structure, then only we can build the strategy. So do check out the video till the end. So they have three sections: language skills, quantitative skills, and logical reasoning. So 36 questions in each of the section and total is 108. And it is a time bound. So 28 minutes for the language skills, 52 minutes for the quantitative skills, 40 minutes for the logical reasoning, 2 hours paper, and the score range, if I look section wise, is 12 to 120, and overall is 36 to 360. So of course they're going to do the scaling also. Now to make the exam strategy, let's understand few points out here. First, if you look over here, the questions are delivered one at a time and are randomly selected from a pool of questions. So it is actually what they're trying to say is adaptive like GMAT. Now remember that initially when the questions are going to be there, the difficulty level would be on the lower side. So try that you don't rush through in the initial few questions, get them correct so that they are going to move to questions of slightly more difficult level. But of course, going to a difficult level means the weightage of the question would be higher. And if the initial few questions which are easy, but you get them incorrect, so there is a possibility that you may get the questions of the lower weightage. So just try to ensure that in each of the section, the initial few questions you spend sufficient time so that you get them correct, right? And one thing is very sure that you have to answer a problem, then only you can move forward, whether you are able to solve it or not. So what you're going to do in that case, you should look forward first is intelligent guess. So if you are sure of that, out of the 5 choices, let's say the answer cannot be 2 particular choices. So you have to definitely pick up the answer from the remaining 3 choices. That is one thing. So intelligent choices you have to look forward. Second, if I look over, third, if I look over here is you should look forward for flukes. Let's say you are unable to figure out any uh, intelligent choice you're not able to pick up, right? So you have to definitely go for flukes because if you mark, then only you can move to the next one. So what you can keep in mind while going for the flukes is that let's say whatever you have solved, right? And most of the question have answer as like either A, D or E. Very few questions have B or C as the answer. So in the flukes, what you can look forward is that you can pick up one of the choice, either B or C, and you can look forward to go for flukes for each of the question which you are unable to figure out at all. So that has to be taken care of. And see, of course, you have to go for flukes because let's say I'll give one example. You have 36 questions and 28 minutes in the language skills. So you may be able to do somewhere close to, let's say, 25 to 28 questions. You're able to solve and you are able to reach till that part. But the remaining, let's say, around 8 to 9 questions, you are not able to reach. So you have to keep the buffer time of 2 minutes around in each of the section so that you can look forward to mark each and every question towards the end which is left out. Because if you miss out to mark the answer to each of the questions which are towards the end, of course, there would be a penalty, right? So one thing is very sure that you have to attempt all 108 questions for sure. So that has to be there. Attempt all 108. Don't miss out a single one because there would be a penalty, right? So this has to be kept in the mind when you're going to write the NMAT. Now, if you look over here, one more thing, you have the choice of the order in which you want to write the section. So it could be language skill the first, and it could be logical reasoning the first, or maybe the quantitative skills as the first. So the order is completely up to you. So you have to write few NMAT mocks so that you have a fair idea what should be the order of the section. So that is important. So remember one thing out here. Uh, See, if I talk about myself, I may love to start with my strength area and I would love to keep the weak area towards the end. Reason is very simple that if I'm doing my strength area, I would be motivated enough for the other 2 areas also. So my order could be the QS as the first, then the logical reasoning, and the last would be the language skills. So I'm not saying that everyone has to follow the same logic. See, there could be students who would feel that if their mind is fresh in the beginning, and they want to start with the weak area so that they can do well with the fresh mind. So yes, they can go ahead and do uh, keep the order with this logic. But remember one thing, that if there is a habit of pressing a panic button, starting with a weak area, and let's say if you do not do that great because sectional cutoffs are there, so you may press the panic button and you may spoil the other sections also. So you have to try yourself the order which would be best suitable for you. I just gave you certain logics which could be kept in the mind in deciding the order. So this is what, if I look over here from the exam strategy point of view, again, I'm repeating, guys, attempt all 108 questions. So that is must for everyone. Now, last thing we can look forward is, you already know that NMAT is adaptive test by now. No negative marking. So you have to attempt all questions. Don't leave a single question because there would be a penalty in that scenario. I already told you that keep maximum 2 minutes per section as a buffer time, so that the questions which you are not able to reach in that section, you can look forward to go for some intelligent guess or maybe complete flukes, right? So if you look over here, the choice of selecting the order of section is important. So I told you some logic, just keep those in mind and try with some NMAT mocks. Sectional cutoff is there, so remember that. And key to score is, of course, you have to focus on the speed part. So speed matters a lot in the NMAT as well as the SNAP. So do join the CAT2IM information group so that you can look forward to get those free resources also. And you can look forward to join CAT 25 and OMETs Super 60 batch starting from 17th of December if you are planning to write CAT 25. So one out of every two CAT 2M student received top B school call. So not just an educator, but a mentor. So if you are planning for CAT 25 and OMETs course, do join us. Thank you so much.